Did you know that these mysterious creatures of the night have more secrets than you could ever imagine? From their quirky upside-down sleeping habits to their incredible superpowers, bats are truly one of nature's most fascinating animals. But we're not talking about just any facts today.
Oh no.
We're diving into the 15 weirdest, most interesting, and downright fun facts about bats. Stick around, because what you're about to learn will change the way you see these nocturnal wonders forever. Are you new to this channel? I really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Did you know there are over 1,400 species of bats? That makes them the second most common group of mammals after rodents. Incredibly, about 1 out of every 5 mammal species on Earth is a bat. Bats are divided into two groups, megabats and microbats. Megabats, like fruit bats or flying foxes, have excellent eyesight and feed on fruit and nectar. On the other hand, microbats use echolocation to hunt insects and, in some cases, drink blood. Bats are found almost everywhere on the planet, except in extreme deserts and polar regions. Their sizes are just as diverse, ranging from the tiny kitty's hog-nosed bat, the world's smallest mammal, weighing less than a penny, to the giant flying foxes with wingspans of up to 6 feet. Bats have evolved to hang upside down for extended periods, a behavior that likely developed in their ancestors as they waited for insects to climb up trees. Hanging upside down also helps bats save energy. Unlike standing upright, which requires muscle effort to resist gravity, hanging is effortless for bats due to their lightweight leg muscles and bones designed for flight. Whether they're hiding in dark caves, nesting in old tree hollows, or roosting in the roofs of buildings, bats always need a safe place to rest, where they hang by their feet. Scientists believe this sleeping strategy allows bats to quickly escape predators by dropping directly into flight. Most bats rely on sound to see their surroundings through a process called echolocation. While microbats aren't blind, their real strength lies in this remarkable navigation system. Like shrews, dolphins, and some cave-dwelling birds, bats search for food by emitting a series of high-pitched sounds that only other bats can hear. When these sound waves hit an insect or object, they bounce back as echoes, creating a detailed sonic map of the bat's environment. This allows bats to detect everything around them, including tiny insects and even objects as thin as a human hair. Vampire bats, which are a type of leaf-nosed bat found in Central and South America, have a unique diet. They feed on the blood of other animals, a behavior known as hematophagy. Despite their name, vampire bats don't actually suck blood. Instead, they use their sharp teeth to make small cuts in the skin of sleeping animals and then lap up the blood as it flows from the wound. They only need about 2 tablespoons of blood each day, so the amount they take is minimal and usually doesn't harm the animal. While some mammals like flying squirrels, sugar gliders, and coluco can glide short distances, bats are the only ones capable of true, sustained flight. Unlike birds, which flap their entire forelimbs, bats fly by flapping their webbed fingers. Their wing membranes are sensitive and delicate, but they can heal quickly if torn. A bat's wing is like a modified human hand. Imagine the skin between your fingers being larger, thinner, and stretched out. This flexible skin membrane, along with many movable joints, makes bats incredibly agile flyers. Larger mammals usually have slower metabolisms and longer lifespans, but there are some surprising exceptions. A 2019 study published in Nature Ecology and Evolution found 19 mammal species that outlive humans relative to their size, and 18 of them are bats. For example, the Brandt's bat, which weighs just 4 to 8 grams, can live up to 40 years. The study suggests several reasons for their impressive longevity, including genetic traits known to extend lifespan and some newly discovered genes that might promote healthy aging. While most bats live less than 20 years in the wild, scientists have found 6 species that live over 30 years. In 2006, a tiny bat from Siberia set the world record by living to 41 years old. Belly buttons are pretty noticeable in humans because they're quite large. Almost all mammals have navels, thanks to their umbilical cords from mom, and bats are no exception. You can also find belly buttons in larger mammals like dolphins, orangutans, and whales. Smaller animals, like cats, dogs, and mice, have belly buttons too, but their scars are usually smaller and often hidden under their fur. When the weather turns cold, bats either hibernate or head to warmer places. While bears and bats are the most famous hibernators, not all bats spend winter in caves. Some, like the spotted bat, survive by migrating to warmer areas in search of food when temperatures drop. The speed at which a bat flies varies by species, but some can reach over 100 miles per hour, according to recent research. When in flight, their hearts can beat up to 1,000 times per minute. The world's fastest bat is the Brazilian or Mexican free-tailed bat, which can fly at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour. The smallest bat in the world is the endangered bumblebee bat, found in western Thailand and southeast Myanmar. This tiny creature measures just 29 to 33 millimeters long, weighs about 2 grams, and has a wingspan of up to 15 centimeters. Flying foxes, or fruit bats, are the largest bats in the world. One of the biggest is the endangered giant golden-crowned flying fox, found in the Philippines, which can weigh up to 1.2 kilograms and have a wingspan of 1.5 meters. Flying foxes have an incredible sense of smell. They can tell the difference between less than a gram of banana and artificial banana scent from 100 meters away. Their eyesight is equally impressive, being 20 times better than ours, allowing them to see up to a kilometer at night. Many native trees have evolved light-colored blossoms and fruit that stand out to flying foxes in the dark. These intelligent creatures are thought to have the smarts of a 2-year-old human. The eerie silhouettes of bats flying through the night are a symbol of Halloween spookiness. Bats have often been unfairly associated with fear and darkness for years. However, not all cultures see them that way. In Aztec culture, bats were actually celebrated, and they even had a bat-like god named Mictlantecutli, the god of the dead. This ancient god had a bat-like face, scrunched and fierce, with clawed hands and feet to match. Also, in Mayan mythology, there is a bat god named Kamisats. The name Kamisats translates to death bat or snatch bat, highlighting the important role bats played in their beliefs. Bat colonies save humans billions of dollars in pest control every year, with a single bat able to eat over 600 insects in an hour, equivalent to a human eating 20 pizzas in one night. They're like nature's perfect pest control, helping us avoid harmful pesticides. Bats around the world eat millions of insects nightly, not only protecting crops but also reducing the spread of diseases carried by bugs. Thanks to their appetite, farmers can use fewer pesticides on their crops. According to the U.S. Department of the Interior, this natural service is worth between $3.70 and $53 billion to agriculture. Bats have been associated with various medical uses in different cultures. In South America, some people believe that drinking bat blood can help treat epilepsy. In China, bat droppings, known as guano, are used in traditional medicine to address night blindness. The Romans even thought bat blood could serve as an antidote for snake venom. Flying foxes are also part of traditional medicine. Some believe their fat can help with rheumatism, while certain tribes in India consume the cooked meat of the Indian flying fox to relieve asthma and chest pain. In South Asia, hair from Indian flying foxes is used in remedies for fever with shivering. Interestingly, about 80 medicines come from plants that depend on bats for their survival. Although bats are not blind, studying how they use echolocation has inspired scientists to develop navigational aids for people with visual impairments. Research on bats has also contributed to advances in vaccines, showing just how valuable these creatures can be. Have you ever noticed the bat logo on Bacardi bottles? It was inspired by the bats that lived in the rafters of the family's distillery. In Cuba, where Bacardi was founded, bats were seen as a symbol of good luck. They're also great for the rum industry since they help pollinate sugarcane crops and eat the insects that would otherwise harm them. Did you know that bats are pollinators, just like bees and butterflies? In fact, hundreds of plant species depend on bats for pollination, including fruits like bananas, avocados, mangoes, nuts, figs, and cacao. Imagine a world without chocolate. Bats also help new trees grow by spreading seeds through their droppings. The agave plant, which is used to make tequila, relies solely on bats for pollination. In fact, the blue agave, responsible for tequila and mezcal, is pollinated by the greater long-nosed bat. As a wildlife expert from Zoo Miami said, without bats, there would be no tequila. This type of pollination by bats is called chiropterophily. Bats are incredible animals, and there's so much about them that many people don't realize. They play important roles in pollination and pest control, and their unique navigation skills make them truly special contributors to our ecosystems. Have you learned any amazing facts about bats? Or was there something that surprised you from what we discussed? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.